good morning, good day, good night, whatever time you're watching this. I am currently staying at my friend's house. I don't have any of my camera gear with me, so I just wanted to record something quick and raw on my iPhone. I wanted to talk more about the poetry film that I put out 2 weeks ago now called Mornings. A lot of what I had written that about and what I was learning at the time, I'm continuing to explore and learn more about. It is not about just not waking up early and sleeping in, unlike what the title might lead you to believe, but I wanted to explore the idea of slowing down and really soaking up the little moments in life that we sometimes glaze over. And I thought that the morning was a time that happens a lot, where we just kind of, well, at least for myself, I find myself waking out of bed quickly and just moving on to all the things that I have to do. And I found that that's a time where if I can wake up and really start the day with gratitude and moving slow and just taking in the little moments, those first moments of the day, that it changes my whole day drastically and thus my entire life. So that's kind of what I wanted to explore in that video. And as I've been thinking about that and really focusing on that in my life, I've been noticing more and more how much space and fullness I have in my life by slowing down. I am a fast-moving human. I always have been since I was young. I do a million things and I'm always doing and adventuring and creating, and it's wonderful in so many ways, but I've noticed that it's created this ongoing narrative in my head that's just focusing on the next thing and the next moment and always on the future, and it's always kind of criticizing myself for not doing enough, especially if I'm taking time to be slow or rest. I have this guilt that comes up of there are so many things to do, I should be doing and creating and striving, and it's caused a lot of stress for me and just hasn't felt like the most efficient way to actually be creative and put my best work out when it feels so forced and with so much effort and striving. And this week I've been reading this book by Eckhart Tolle called A New Earth, and it is so amazing. I highly recommend it, and it's just changed the way I think about so many things. But one of the things that he talks about in it that I wanted to share with you guys has really helped me with the idea of being present, because I think that becomes somewhat of a cliche. We hear about being present all the time, and it's something that I've been looking very deeply into for years now, and always am finding new layers to what that means and what that looks like, and it can be hard sometimes to know what to do. So he offered something I felt was really practical and helpful, which is 3 ways that awareness can move more fully through you into the moment. And the first one is acceptance. So this is for when it's a moment that's hard or difficult, or it's not something that we want to be happening, we find it stressful or tedious or boring, then at least we can bring acceptance to that moment. We can do what we need to do and not be in resistance to it, not be in frustration or suffering, but accept this is what the moment is bringing, this is what's here, and I accept it. And once we are able to do that, then we can move on to the second one, which is enjoyment of the moment. And that happens when we are able to accept something, even the things that we used to find stressful or tedious or negative can actually bring us more enjoyment, and there's more space and joy in all of the little things when we are able to really be there and bring that level of consciousness into that space. And once we have been able to do that successfully, then the third level, or the third way that consciousness can come into the moment, is what he calls enthusiasm, which is a little different than how I've kind of understood the term enthusiasm, but he describes it based on the root word in theos, which is with God or God flowing through. And it's a way to connect to your purpose and bring a lot of passion and fire into what you are doing, but in a way that's not focused on the future or a certain goal or something that you have this kind of egoic attachment to in a result-oriented way, but instead you are clear on your purpose and how this moment is connected to your purpose, and you're able to bring a fire and a passion through it, but in a way that is more in flow, with open hands to what is coming and what is happening, and is it in a higher purpose to your own desire or your own wants. So you're thinking more about the effect that your work is having on other people rather than the glory or the success that it might bring yourself. And by thinking about things in that way and being still so fully in the moment, but knowing how that is connected to your greater purpose, then that can help us as creatives or artists or whatever it is that we're doing actually have our work be easier and less strained and better and more enjoyable. So that's something that I'm kind of focusing right now on and trying to apply to my life, and it's brought a new layer to what it means to be present that has really helped me as somebody that has a lot of goals and things that I want to create and do in the world, but I also want to do it with ease and with just grace and a sense of rest to it without a lot of stress and striving, and that's hard to do. And so I've been continuing to figure that out, and this book has really helped me with that. I've shared some pages that I've read from it on my stories recently, so you may have seen that, but check it out if that sounds like something that you're interested in. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys today. I'm gonna go back to what I've been doing all week, which is just resting and reading and slowing down, and it's been really nice. I recommend it for you as well. So may your moments be filled with acceptance and enthusiasm and enjoyment as you move through your life's purpose and bring love and light to all. Peace and blessings.